Hello, beautiful people. Lovely having you guys here. My Wi-Fi was playing up earlier on, and then so that was the reason why I had to go off. 1 second, guys. I will join you in a minute. I'm gonna try to share the live broadcast on my where are we? Beautiful people. Wonderful having you guys here. Oh, my Olori Adekunle. Hello. Sorry, I'm just trying to. What's going on now? Yeah, good. The network today, I hope you would have you wouldn't have any problem with it. Sorry, I'm just trying to share on Alashola, my timeline. I think I've been able to do that now. Right. Wonderful having you beautiful people here. I'm just going to kick off. I might kick in a bit of Yoruba here and there because today I'll be talking about Ifa, Orunmila, and Ajé goddess. That is when she was a mortal being. And then, hello, Anika, lovely having beautiful people here. And also after she become a deity, Orisha. So like I said earlier on, I will be kicking in a bit of Yoruba here and there. But for you guys that are, English speaking, I will do the best that I can so that you guys will still be able to, know what I'm talking about in this video. I'll do my best. So today, as you guys are aware, this is Alashola Omio. When we talk about Ifa itself is an oracle, but the Orunmila is the grand priest for Ifa. So in this video, I'll be talking about the grand priest himself, that is Orunmila, and the Ajé goddess. She's not a deity. That's the deity of prosperity, wealth, riches. Ajé Olokun Seniade. She's the daughter of Olokun. So I'll be talking in that context in this video. So you might notice that from time to time, I will be speaking about Ajé as how she was. Thank you, when she was a mortal being, and then now she's a deity. So lovely having you beautiful people here. Opayemi, Ola, Yami, Babami. Wonderful having you people here. Eshegoni, lovely having you here. I usually I probably wouldn't come out late at night. We're not. It's London now. It's 9. I think we're heading to 9 p.m. But I was busy, So I thought, look, I'll still come out anyway. Lovely having you guys here. So today, I think for me, what I'll be talking about here today is about the lesson that I learned. Also, that what we as people, species or tribe, we can pick up from. I tend to speak about our ancestors a lot in my videos. For people that are familiar with my videos, simply because they are it's on their footstep that I'm following. I'm actually be able to be here because I'm on their shoulder. You see, there's nothing. One way Yoruba will say there's nothing a child will become, or where if you have to look at the dad and the mom. And then from there, you'll be able to source out whatever comes out from that child. You see. So for me, Orishas, they are my Isheshe. They are my ancestors. They are my, without them, I would not be here. They are my dad, they are my mom, they are my grandma, they are my grandpa. They're the one that, came to, pave way for me. And everything that I am today is all because of them. So therefore, I always come out here to talk about them with great pride. Lovely having you here, Sir Baba, Lawal, Abiodun, Idowu, Rebecca. Sorry guys, I probably wouldn't be able to mention a lot of people, but I know you guys. I can see you guys there. Feel free to join in. As we're going on in this video. In this video, I'll be talking about one particular Odu in Ifa verses, where the Odu Ifa is Okonromeji. You see, for people that are used to Ifa cultures, that is Ifa verses. And what he says, say for example, if you request for the Ifa oracle divination, what Odu that came out from that. So it's from one of those Odu that I'll be talking about here. But in this Odu here, it speaks a lot about what happened to Orunmila, and that's the grand priest of Ifa and Ajé goddess, deity as we know her today. But this incident, this tale that I'm about to talk about here, happens when she was a mortal being like us. So I believe we can all learn from what happens. For people that are already on Ifa, people that are into Ifa, you guys, you probably be able to pick up the story as I'm going along. Okonromeji, that is from Ifa. You see, Okonromeji, that's what I'm talking about here. That is what happened. Relationship between Orunmila and Ajé. This old Ifa, we were told that there was a time, in the ancient time, that saw Orunmila that it was a time of difficulty for him, time of hardship. Kò sówó lọ́wọ́ ẹ̀, bàbá krẹ̀ gan, as in, kò sí nǹkan kan lọ, bàbá ò ní nǹkan kan lọ́wọ́. Prior to that, lovely having you guys here, beautiful people. So he, obviously, that's what it's good when we see the way the Asian people, the way they sort of live their lives, even when they have problems, how they were able to resolve it. What steps, did they took, and so therefore we can sort of, start to do. I mean, at the end of the day, they didn't get everything wrong, and they didn't get everything right. So same thing with us here today. You might make a mistake. Nobody knows everything. No, but I know. So, but Ifa is like a path. It's like a pathfinder. It's like a sat nav. That okay, when you get to this junction, take a left, turn right. And for people that are familiar with Ifa, and for people that are not, give it a try. You'll not be disappointed. I can guarantee you. So in this tale in Okonromeji, it told us about a time when Ifa is the oracle itself. Orunmila, the grand priest, when he was going through a time of hardship in his life, everything he would touch, his team don't seem to work out right, and so therefore I think he must have consulted a divination for himself in that old Ifa. At first he was thinking to himself that how come that by that time Ajé too, she was a mortal being, don't forget, and then everybody knows Ajé, wherever she is, money flows like that, prosperity, riches, so name it. So if Orunmila was now thinking, all the wife he had, they had all left him. When there's no money, nobody want to be your friend. It's been like that from ancient time also. So all the wife that Ifa had, they all left him because Babati Kre, he didn't have nothing. Babati Oti Kre Gidi, you see. So he, like when you are by yourself, you are now thinking, how are you, darling, my darling? My Ocean princess. Hello, lovely having you here, baby. So so Baba was thinking to himself that okay, when you have problems, it's something else when somebody is telling you, oh, do this, do that, shele. But when you are by yourself, then you are thinking. You start to one minute. You start to want to be thinking in your head that okay, want to back to kawaju se kota, to back coin se kota. Tobacco one ko shekini repackage are dada. You see, when you are by yourself, the way we always have critical thinking that okay, what kilo shele gogon, what's happening to me right now? Or not kilo shele ba mo se fe born in gbogbo nyama jati. You see, all this life of wretchedness, kò sí leni kò sí lọ́la, not enough today, tomorrow you are managing. Is this how I'm going to continue? So I think that was what was happening to Orunmila. That okay, look at that Ajé. Wherever she goes, anyway, even just being her friend, you are fine. You are successful. No problem or financial, nothing problem. So Baba started to think in his head that okay, well, imagine if this Ajé could have been my wife. You see, if can you how life would have been different. You see, and then so Baba conducted his oracle, and from there, as we all know, when you have Ifa divination, appeasement will come out. That's one thing I love about Ifa. It's not like tarot cards. I keep saying that with tarot cards, they'll tell you the problems, but not really how you're going to resolve it. oníṣòro bí onílọ́hún ó tán but ìyẹn kọ́ lè fẹ́ gbọ́ yìí already ó mọ̀ pé ó ti níṣòro náà Ọlọ́run jẹ́ ká níṣòro báwo ni fẹ́ jáde nínú ràkàtì àti mo kóra mi sí you see how would I be able to get out of this mess either I put myself or somebody else from my father's side àbí my mother's side náà kó wà lábàárà wọn láì ṣe mi how will I get out of this you know so I think that was what Orunmila was doing and then from the divination that he had all the recommendation do this do that like Odifa will tell you do this this will be okay part of that was how he completed Awotoku but then what then happened was there was one they told him to use ekuru is a beans you use it although up to today I have my own Ajé in my house here I have olokun don't forget olokun lokomi so on the days that I feed you know oúnjẹ funfun ni Ajé máa ń jẹ Ajé eat white food only you see so but what applies to A may not apply to B but that was what they told Orunmila to do in this Odifa Okoronmeji that look after he had made all the appeasement make ekuru you usually will make it from beans when you grind that beans usually you would take off the say for example the black eye beans you soak it you wash it and take out the skin where you had the black face you take that off until everything is pure white and then that's how you cook ekuru you will now you grind it in your grinder whatever and make it like you make moimoi you don't put salt you don't put rodo you don't put anything you just you know you cook it like that and that is ekuru so that was what they told Orunmila to do on that day that okay Orunmila Baba you want to change this condition that you are in this is do this do that and the one that involve Ajé I'm going to talk about that here so they told Orunmila to you know cook a lot of ekuru and then make sure go from your house you do it from outside all around your compound you scatter it once it's been cooked it's now molded like Toxie how are you darling lovely to have you here Barry lovely baby lovely my people are here today eni ti wa ó ti let ke báyìí o ó ti kọjá láti o mo ti lore yeye Ọ̀ṣun bí o Henry you know sorry guys I'm not going to forget what I'm talking about but I could see my people here today I just visiting I just need to say hello I could see my Toxie there I could see Barry I could see Kemi they lovely people you know lovely having you guys here and because I'm talking about your Ajé Leni Toxie that's why Kofi Gbori Wale I miss you baby lovely having you here so as I was saying so they told Baba to you know after you finish cooking the ekuru you're gonna maybe you don't do it in the afternoon people they don't see you pay Baba everybody know that Ologun tetele anyway but so it doesn't make you know just do it when it's I love you guys so much I love you so much it's you guys you know just the thought of coming to see you that's what that gives me you know the courage and the time the strength to come out here every day you know at least every fortnight because I know I miss you too my baby I miss you baby don't worry everything's gonna be fine so as I was saying there don't let me turn it to I bet your family reunion here you know anyway. So they told Baba Orunmila to cook this ekuru, and then he would scatter it all around his house, and all the way back into his compound, all the way back into his living room, and then on this faithful day, so as soon as Baba, I think they didn't know the Odifa didn't actually tell us what time, but it appears it was early in the morning. So once there was the particular the back of Orunmila backyard. That is where Ajé goddess. That was where she would normally pass every time she was going to the market. She would pass that from her parents' house or whatever it is, you know. But it's at the back of Orunmila's house that she would pass. So now on getting there, she saw this ekuru, you know, all the way, and she was looking, you know, that akilele or bere, you know, this is ekuru, and she loves ekuru so much, just like she loves banana and egg, you know. All of and then because there was no one around, she started to pick it. Can you imagine from the floor, and she was eating it. And after a while, she must have thought to herself that look, you know, people looking at her. If anyone should sees her, they might think, Abi ya iti yawere ni aboti ori eti gbale ni, or has she gone mad or something like that. So she stopped. But so instead of that, she now followed the trail of the Ekuru all the way to Orunmila's house. You know, as soon as she got to Orunmila's house, she met him. You don't forget now, at this time, Orunmila, he was so poor. Babati Kregon, he didn't have nothing. Someone that used to have like 5-10 wives, you know, in his big compound. He was now left to himself, just cooking by himself. So he was grinding pepper. You know, in the old days, we don't have anything like grinder. Baba was using that mortar and pestle. Allah, Baba was using his hand to grind the pepper. It was going to be using that to cook the chicken from the appeasement that, you know, that he completed. So anyway, Ajé walked in, following that trail of Ekuru. And then as soon as Orunmila saw her, obviously he knew what was happening. I said, Ajé said, Baba, imagine someone like an old man. I'm sure probably not too old, that his manhood will not be able to walk, or else how will he have been able to marry Ajé? During that time, they don't have vibrators, you know, so he still must still be okay. Otherwise, what's the point of having a new wife? Anyway, don't let me add my own. So as soon as she walked in there, she saw Baba, on the pestle, grinding pepper. So he said, Baba, no, can I, just let me help you with that, please. Can I have that, please, Baba? And then Orunmila said, no, don't worry. Please, just sit down, my darling. I don't want you to do anything, just, sit down, please. So Ajé came to visit you, and she wants to grind the pepper. Orunmila said, no way, you're not going to do that. No, as far as I'm alive. So anyway, Baba now gave, Ekuru, the remainder of the Ekuru that was in the plate. But Orunmila now gave it to Ajé. So Ajé now, she finished all of it. Don't forget, that's one of our favorite food, So at this point, after finishing the plate of Ekuru, she now told Orunmila and said, Baba, I'm going to run along now. I will come back. There was an errand that was meant to go and complete on my way to the market. As soon as I finish, I will come back to you, Baba. And Orunmila said, okay. So she left. On her way to complete the errands, I think for her parents. So she started to think to herself that, this old man must know how to look after a woman. Oh. Can you imagine? Hey, he actually, even the way he made the Ekuru was perfect. It was exactly the way I loved it. So she was thinking about this. We women, when we see a man that we love, or that is doing all the right thing, and they'll say, oh, look at him, how so tall, or maybe, it could be the way he talked, or it may not, so, when you see something that you love in an opposite sex, same thing with you men that are on this platform. You see a woman that, oh, look at her, she's so, there's people that love the one that are slim, oh, she's so slim, or beautiful, or the one that are plump, like, stuff like that, the way when we see type of people, so for me, it's Olokun, that he has a big ocean. I don't want that man compared to Olokun, as far as I'm concerned. Anyway, so Ajé was thinking all of this to herself on her way to run the errand. As soon as she finishes where she went, she came back to Orunmila's house, after the errands. And then, but by this time, Orunmila, he had finished. Baba, Orunmila, very smart, oh. Baba, if he was alive today, Baba would probably be doing 419, Baba is it's too much. Baba will be doing Yahoo. You can't see that Baba was alive. He's so smart. He's full of wisdom, So Baba could pick up that, okay, here she comes again. So as soon as she came back, oh, Baba, oh, thank you for the Baba, he had finished cooking the chicken. So first of all, roasting it, he gave Ajé the big breast part of it. From Okoromeji Odifa told us that Ajé, she finished all of it. And then after that, Orunmila gave her the thigh. Ajé finishes, and then from there, in fact, to cut the long story short, it's almost she finishes the whole chicken. So adura agba niyen, ebogba eboru ebogba. So that means, so from there, Ajé decided that, look, this man, old man, might be a bit old, but from the way he was looking after me, let me marry him, So, from what the Odufa told us, that was the genesis of how Ajé and Orunmila got married. And from what we were told, because prior to that, Ajé, don't forget, that's the deity of wealth, prosperity. Everybody wants Ajé. But she was quick to know that, when people just want you to use you for what you have or what you can give, but you actually wanted someone that truly loved you. Someone that, no matter your shortcomings, they'll still be there. No one is perfect, at the end of the day, But at least, whatever it is that I am, my flaws and my strengths and my, I don't want to call it weakness, this guy, will still, above all, so Ajé was thinking about this, that, okay, you could see all the other men running after her, not because they don't actually love her for her. It's because, okay, as soon as I marry Ajé, of course I'm going to be able to buy big houses, have a lot of material wealth, and also even marry more wives, because as soon as other women could see that you are married to Ajé, that Ajé actually lives with you, they want to come and move into also, so from Ajé, she knows all of this, and that was why, even as we speak today, she still, everybody, wants her. Oríkì Ajé nìyẹn, Àjíkẹ́, Àjípé, Àjígẹ̀, ẹni tó ṣe wípé àtọkùnrin, àtobìnrin, àtọmọdé, àtàgbà, àti dúdú, àti funfun, òun náà fi ọjọ́ ayé wá kiri. Ajé, that's how so popular, so, she's so in demand. Old ones, young ones, you're black, you're white, you're old, you're kings, queen, they all want Ajé. You see, but if you and say for example, if you or I am Ajé, obviously you wouldn't want somebody just because of what they can get from you. You see, you would want somebody that no matter how blessed you are, there's some stuff that you would you appreciate also. Say for example, from what I just saw from Orunmila, was that Orunmila, it was so humble, so humble, generous, very kind. All of these characteristics that she could see in Orunmila, I believe that was what she fell in love with. You see, and even today as we speak, she's still very much like that. Why? From another Odufa, I told that when Ajé was coming to planet Earth, Orunmila, where we are from Orun, from the heavenly places, they told Ajé to make appeasement, so that this earth that you are going, when you get there, you will be able to have Adeori, like a husband, someone that will complete you. She will not always be by yourself. Well, I just said, as long as I'm comfortable, I don't need anyone. So she didn't do the appeasement. So up to today, that was why, up to today as we speak, Ajé do not have a permanent house or a permanent place that she lives. You see. And then for me, I don't think that's such a bad thing, to be honest with you. You see, because when she get to choose where she stays, she come to you where she sees something in you that she likes. It could be something that other people do not even appreciate. Then she'll come and stay with you until that person will do something that she doesn't like and she will leave. You see, there's so many things that we could do this world, this life that we are in. Now that's why I thought I'll come here today and talk about it. It's not only when I do divination for my people, I call them my family, that we come across this Odufa or Konromeji. I thought that we will all learn a big lesson. I did, because I could see a lot of myself in Ajé. You see, because don't forget I was born on a Monday, so I'm her daughter. Daughter, but I'm married to her dad. How is that? I don't know. Anyway, so, but I could see a lot of traits like that. So the lesson here today being that what this wealth we are looking for, Ajé, You know, it's a spirit itself. And then just like we are spirit too, because every night we fall asleep, we go to bed, we become spirit. When we pass on, our spirit will leave our body, isn't it? So we one day we're going to be spirit, as in full spirit. So the same thing is this Ajé, you see. But from what we were told, from what Ifa told us, then we can see preference, the type of traits she loves in people, or or it may not. Take for example, you might give birth to a child today, a 1-year-old child. One day that Ajé will fall in love with that child, and the parents will just be getting money anyhow. The money will be pumping, the money they don't have before. It's something that Ajé has seen in that child. So some people, no condition is permanent. At the same time, you could have Ajé today, and we've seen kings, even children of kings that have become slaves somewhere else, and we have seen slaves that have become king. You see. So what this told us, I remember there was a personal that I am able to relate to. For me, when when Odifa comes out, I always want to. Thank you guys. I want to look at how can I apply that to my life. Or what part of my life can I relate that to? So, but there was this. It was a distant uncle. So, but it was my mom's. I don't want to mention names. It was my mom's junior sister that married into that family. So from a family of Oba. And so in their other family that she married into, they were into Oje, Elegun, very, very big, beautiful. But from what I was told, I think what then happened was, this happened before I was born. I think, or probably I was about 2-year-old, So anyway, I had, when elders, they were talking, back home when you're young, and they are talking, oh, somebody used to have money before, they don't have now. And then you are just a child, obviously, but I could pick up. I know what I was thinking. I could hear what they were saying, and they said, there was a particular year, because the man, from when I knew him, the guy didn't have fadding, as in he was as broke as church rats. So and that was how I knew him. So I was not. Maybe I wasn't born. I was not born. Maybe I was born or not grown up enough to know when he was rich. But I could understand from what my grandma and they were all saying in the palace. And if you remember, this guy that used to throw bundles all over the place. That there was a party that he had. That even if he was just having like a drink up, he would call a professional musician to come and celebrate. That's how blessed he was. And then they said there was a day that he had one of his parties, and then he now used, I don't know, maybe it was a biggest note then, maybe it was Naira, but from there, I'm in London right now, so the biggest note we have here is £50, so something equivalent to that in Naira. So the guy now, because don't forget he had all this stinking money, he doesn't know what to do with it. In front of the whole party, he took out his tobacco and poured it inside one of the big notes of Naira and roll it up, and he was using it to smoke. And then people were thinking, oh my God, at that point, I believe nobody was thinking about there was going to be any repercussion, if there was even any going to be any. So, but I think from after a few years, 4 or 5 years after that, it started to decline. His wealth started to go, and then until when I was able to hear when they were talking about him in the palace, that if you know but lower, how the old people will talk about stuff like that. But Ajé they said when Ajé came to visit him, when Ajé came to live with him, they said he suffered Ajé so much that they were there, that what he put Ajé through, that he even used Ajé to smoke cigarettes. That's how he suffered Ajé, and that's why today he was broke. For me, the lesson learned there when you talk about something, I will listen. But me, I always like to find facts. As I speak, I know how old I am. I'm in my early 50s. You see. And then, so, I knew the guy to be poor then. Up till now, that is passed on. His children are even worse off. His children are worse off. They want shishi. You see. So, for me, when I go through all this Odifa, especially when I don't have divination for our clients, or maybe for me, I always like to kill Odifa because there's a lesson behind it. You see, do the appeasement, fantastic. It's wonderful having you guys here. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Next week, I'm probably going to talk about one of our popular Orisha. I'm not going to say it now, but today I just thought that's the thing with my videos. It was the Orisha that I was going to be talking about, next, that I was planning to come and talk about here today. But can you imagine, from Friday, Ajé will not let me sleep because I have my Ifa out. Don't forget my Ifa. I'll just go there, Ajé, Orunmila, Ajé, Orunmila, and I have Ajé at home also, So yesterday I said, okay, enough. Okay, I'll talk about you, Ajé, So that's why you see me, here today. Ajé, fantastic Orisha. Orunmila, Baba, that for me is the father. Without him, I don't know what I would do. And as for Ajé, some people, especially us female, we might be thinking, oh, Ajé ko lori ko ni Ajé lori. Up to now, she's not really married to anybody. She will stay here today and go there tomorrow and go to another. I don't think it's a bad thing, to be honest with you, because at least she can, because she goes to whoever she she likes. And the moment you start to do something she doesn't, or maybe you start to live the kind of life that then she lives, and then at least she's able to, she don't take order from anyone. I'm like that also. So for me, Ajé, being able to choose where she stays, where she's happy, but she has her own kingdom. But as for husband wise, or if you're a man or Ajé near, or you don't like women telling you what to do, that's probably one of the traits of Ajé. For me, I don't like anyone give me orders, because I believe that I'm not giving you order. What should you do? Someone's going to be telling me, stand up, sit down, smile, cry, you are slim, you are fat, I love it today, I don't love it tomorrow. Come on, all of that emotion is, I can't handle it, So as far as I'm concerned, I don't think that's a bad thing in itself. That, okay, you are with this person, they won't come in late, then I'll stay. Then the moment they don't come in late, I'm off. I'll be on the first train out of town. You see, so I don't think that's a bad thing, to be honest with you. But that was what Okoron Meji, Difa told us, a tale about Orunmila and Ajé Olókun Sẹ̀ní Adé, Ògúngún nísọ bòjì, àṣewé dàgbà àṣàgbàdéwé. Ajé ìwọ là ń ké sí o, ẹni tó ṣe wípé àtọba àtìjòyè àtọkùnrin àtobìnrin àtọmọdé àtàgbà ló fi gbọjọ ayé wa káàkiri, kó wá fi lé wa ṣe ibùgbé, kó fi ọ̀dẹ̀dẹ̀ wa ṣe aṣọ bora. Ajé Olókun ìwọ là ń kí o, Orunmila, so but she didn't stay with Orunmila too, but we're told that was her longest marriage, just like Oreyosun, that she had. I believe she left, when Orunmila started to have all these other wives, Baba Makoyawo Jogo. But by that time, Orunmila has already accumulated wealth. Thank you, darling. Baba ti lówó gan, what Orunmila is, So, but Ajé too cannot stand hanging around that. Obìnrin tó jẹ́ pé òun náà lè make nǹkan happen, someone that can make something happen. So she would have stuff she loves, what she doesn't, and who are we to question her, you see? So that's what we're going to be talking about. I believe that if we all think about or check into, do more research, we have internet these days, and to find out a lot more about. I believe we should find out more about ourselves, our ancestors. Whatever it is we're going through, the answers we seek is going to be from what's happened to them too, how they were able to resolve it. It can shape a lot of me. You see, And I keep saying that. But me, for people that are used to my videos, I don't impose myself on people. I just say it. You know, it's up to you. And to you see, but that's as far as I know. You know, the universe will continue to be with us and bless us. I know the weekend is almost over, and then we have this for you guys in America. I don't know whether to congratulate you about Bidens or because we don't know what he's going to do anyway. But thank God Trump is gone, you know, but not dead. Ta-da! You know, so I don't think I'm going to miss him. You know, and then about COVID, 1 month, you know, when you talk about COVID, I believe my own take is let's take all the precautions, you know, what you know, and then, but that will not be a portion. You see, old people, young people, whatever, you know, stuff happens. Only good will be our portion. That's where I see it. Don't let anyone put any fear. Don't put fear, because fear on its own it will demoralize you. When you are afraid of this, you are afraid of that. When are you going? Life itself is a risk. You see, at lower layer, you want to be anything in life, you have learning. Because what good is a life you have? You are poor, you are wretched, and you are alive. Oh, better call you etiku. That's where I see it. You know, so you have business, you have good. You can. My business is online, but when I have to go out, trust me, I get in my car, I go out. You see, so you know, life itself is risky. I'm just gonna say, don't let anybody get fear. Don't let anyone put fear into you. That's not my portion. You say it and it's like that. Nothing going to you see, everybody know they have their own different agenda. You see, don't let anyone control your life. This is how you're gonna live your life. Be happy today, you go out tomorrow. Don't go out today. Stay at home today. Do even the modern robots that they make. No, they will tell you no. If you press no, that was not what was programmed into me. Baby, come back in. You see, so that's all I'm gonna be talking about here today. My wonderful people. It's wonderful to have you guys here. For you guys that are aware that I'm a spiritualist, you know, if you at a crossroad, whatever it is that you're going through, you need a sort of direction. Call us at Alashala. We have Ifa Opele Oracle for divination. Ifa never lies. Orunmila is always accurate. Like I said, I used to do tarot reading. I stopped doing that because tarot will tell you the problems, but not how to resolve it. For me, that was kind of frustrating. I'm a kind of an answer kind of person. Do. Kilo shele, bala ve change, bala ve correct. That's the kind of person that I am. So if I sit well with me, you see, call us here at Alashala. If you know, it will show you, it will show us the way how we can resolve it. Whatever issue you have, court case, relationship issues, life challenges, you know, sickness, whatever it is, give us a shout here at Alashala. And then, you know, you can always visit our website, www.alashalahabspiritual.com. I believe our number and address is at the top or bottom of this video. You know, it's wonderful to have you guys here. Lovely people. Oh, I could see my queen mother here. My mommy, Coleman. Good evening, ma. Lovely having you here, ma. And you guys, sorry, I can't, you know, mention you guys. You guys are wonderful, beautiful, wonderful people. Each and every time I come on Alashala, like I said, it's like a party for me. The only thing is, where are the wines and the Igbin snail? You know, it's just wonderful, you know, being here with you guys, seeing you here on this platform on Alashala. I love you guys so much. I love you for being there for me, for being part of my life, for being part of my journey, for sharing my life with me, you know, being here, you see, for being here. You know, I could see you guys here, Oluwayemisi, this time, this moment, this time, this place in time. We're able to share this time together, you know. I believe, you know, that's wonderful. And I pray that the universe will continue to keep us and bless us, you know, protect us in everything that we do. And I'll see you in a fortnight. I love you guys. Bye-bye.